Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Denver Nuggets get ready to battle. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home just couldn't pull out the win. That was their second loss in 2 games. Now they've got a chance to turn the tide and get back on course.
Yeah, and that was a night where they just didn't seem to be the type of team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. I mean, it was more about them being individuals on the floor than the collective unit.
Everybody has a bad game once in a while, but they need to come together now and show that it was just a one-time thing.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Gasol brothers, Pau and Mark, have a mutual love and respect that belies their sibling rivalry. Even as teammates playing for Spain, their battles in practice were legendary. Ricky Rubio said, "I've never seen 2 dudes fight that much, and then, after all of that, hug each other and be brothers." Mark said, "We enjoy competing at the highest level with each other. We challenge each other and push each other every day."
Great story, David. Thank you. And as you hit the midway point of the season, Steve, do you think teams know where they stand at this point, or is there still room for teams to shake things up and make a move?
You know, sometimes, Kevin, I feel bad for the teams when you're just out of it at the midway point. Then there's some teams, you know, they're looking to make a big trade that can boost them and catapult them 2 or 3 seeds higher. So it's depending on where your team is. I just don't want to be on that team where by February you're out of the playoffs.
That's a death march, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Conley and Allen working once again together in the backcourt. Marc Gasol is out there with Green, and it's Parsons in at the small forward position. Now Parsons following Jameer Nelson's three-point attempt. Allen passes to Conley. Gasol, a screen on Nelson. And it's Conley penetrating. Nobody near Parsons. And it's off from three-point range. Denver with the ball. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The shot by Chandler, wide open. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. And Memphis the other way now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
The D was absolutely awful, and the fans let them know about it at the end.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Nelson dishes to Chandler. Jokic a screen. Chandler against Parsons. 5 on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. Three-pointer, Nelson.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Outside Conley. To the left side wing. Here's Gasol. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Marc Gasol does an outstanding job of keeping the ball up so high, even when the defense is on him. He knows there's no way they will block his shot.
It's deflected. Jokic a screen. Harris kicks to Jokic. Denver passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Nelson with another miss.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Outside, Green. Parsons outside. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got 6.
It's not easy to box out Gasol. He's very good at using his length to track down second chance opportunities.
Nelson kicks to Arthur. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Arthur's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. There's the pick. Pass to Gasol. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 8 points for him. Gasol's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Nelson outside. Chandler up top. Takes a 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Allen passes to Conley. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Allen kicks to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside, and he's good to go.
And a very special bond between Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph playing together for the Grizzlies in their front court. Steve, they hit it off and look at each other like brothers.
They do. What I love about Z-Bo and Marc Gasol is they play on the string together. We call this high-low, but what's so dominant about these two, they both can play high, they both can play low, and they have a great feel for each other, and they generally like each other.
Now here's Allen, following the shot by Jameer Nelson. Allen kicks to Parsons. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get in the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
Harris kicks to Nelson. Pass to Jokic. They need this. Good as the jump shot falls. Jokic has got his first basket. And Tony Allen takes up all your airspace as Stevie's just suffocated.
A lot of guys play defense, but Tony Allen, like you said, he wants to get right in your airspace. He forces a lot of turnovers, and he's never shy about making some contact. He was voted the toughest player in the league by a survey of the GMs.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
Now, how on earth did they let him get that wide open? Here's Conley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And they double up Gasol. Over in the corner, Conley. The offensive rebound. And Green gets it to go. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin. The Nuggets trail by 7. Nelson with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Chandler inside the line. Denver gets it back. Jokic passes to Chandler. Nelson kicks to Chandler. Gasol against Jokic. Chandler outside. Just 5 to shoot. Rejected by Gasol.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject his shot.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. Arthur sets the pick for Harris. It's stolen by Green. And here is Allen. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he threw his body all over the place on defense, coming up with a ton of steals.
Gasol, no good.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off, just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Nelson kicks to Chandler. Jokic with a screen on Parsons. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Steve, you've covered the league and been involved as a player for so long. Just how good are modern coaches? And, an extension to that, who is your pick for being the best coach right now in pro basketball?
Well, I think it's still Greg Popovich. He's done just a fabulous job being able to change styles, bringing in new players, also having guys that were #1 option, getting them to buy in, to come off the bench sometime, play lesser minutes. And then you have a guy like Steve Kerr. And then also one of my all-time favorites is Doc Rivers. Just a guy who has a great feel for players and people.
The coaches today have so much more at their fingertips in terms of tape and analytics than the coaches of even just 15 and 20 years ago. Is it hard to compare the two groups?
Yeah, it is. I mean, like you said, because there's so much involved now. And then a lot of these coaches are wearing 2 hats. I mean, they're the president or GM, also coaching. So they're doing totally different jobs than the coaches back in the day.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Nelson left side. Barton outside. Jokic a screen. Barton drives in. The 9-foot shot. Off the left rim and out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Carter kicks to Martin. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable. But it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in, and it's blocked. Now Barton, an 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. Nelson, right side. He feeds it to Plumlee. Fires from the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Nelson's got his first 2 points.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
Here's Harrison. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Carter dishes to Randolph. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
And Randolph's skill in knocking down the mid-range jump shot is important to this team. Helps to have a big man with a jumper.
Barton kicks to Nelson. To the left wing. Lock at 6. Here's Plumlee. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a late first-round pick out of Duke, Mason Plumlee, the younger of the Plumlee brothers. His brother Miles drafted a year earlier.
Yeah, basketball, kind of the family game, if you will. Their dad also played in college. And Mason and his brother, both with great tools, both standing 6'11", with great leaping ability. Game dunkers for sure, the both of them.
You have to respect the continuity and consistency of the Grizzlies. Since the beginning of the grit and grind era, 6 consecutive playoff appearances. That's second longest streak in the league, only to the San Antonio Spurs.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And for a franchise that was once one of the NBA's worst, can't take for granted the success the Grizzlies have enjoyed in recent years.
The first 15 years in this league, they had never won a playoff game. In the last 6 seasons, 27 playoff wins. It's not an NBA title, but it matters.
Here's Nelson after the made shot from Zach Randolph. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Nuggets.
And you see the lack of scoring in the paint. It's one thing when you're dealing with great shot blocking inside, but even then you need to collapse the defense just to create open looks on the perimeter.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Harrison. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Randolph in the posts. He's guarded by Plumlee.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Here's Hernan Gomez from the baseline. And the rebound goes to Martin.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
The Nuggets trailed by 9. Hernan Gomez passes to Nelson. Murray kicks to Barton. 1:24 left here in the opening quarter. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. No good off the front iron. Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Carter outside. Harrison. No good from outside. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. Nelson, no luck.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
Martin with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Murray kicks to Plumlee. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Right side, Randolph to the wing right side. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Barton outside. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis. Down low, the tough pair of Zebo and Gasol. Ennis out there with Harrison, and it's Carter in at the 3 spot. And when Coach Fizdale came to Memphis, he did so because he thought this team was very close to getting to the next level. Makes sense, as that is why the Grizzlies, Smitty, have looked to a different coach in the first place.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he left Miami to rebuild. I mean, he had South Beach and everything. You just don't want to leave that. I think for him, as he looked at it, is we have some veteran presence on the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies can win now. It's not time for a full rebuild.
Ennis misses.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you got to trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 6. For the 3, Chandler, and he's good on the 3 ball. And here are the Grizzlies now. Harrison passes to Carter. To the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harrison's got 5 points now in the quarter. The pass to Murray. Chandler outside. Passes to Barton. 11 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Harrison. 5 points in the game. The jump hook. Randolph can't hit.
And surprisingly couldn't connect. That's a high percentage a look as he's going to get.
Chandler outside. Fires from 14. Chandler with another miss.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Grizzlies are starting to show their age a little bit. Last season was an example of that, but they still have that throwback style of play that's hard to gauge. Marc Gasol said the game is evolving.
Players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
Give them all credit for the work they put in to become such great free throw shooters. Trust me, it takes a lot of work to shoot those kinds of percentages.
Conley up top. He's covered by Murray. To the wing on the left. Gasol dishes to Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Murray. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Chandler kicks to Harris. Arthur sets the pick for Harris. Now feed to Arthur. Tries again. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Conley kicks to Gasol, and he comes up with the deuce. Gasol's got 14.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
And what's impressive to me, it's on the road. Just makes you appreciate their effort even more.
Here's Chandler, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Parsons with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Green kicks to Parsons. Outside Conley, 6 to shoot, and the wide open shot from Green. No good on the triple. The Nuggets trailed by 17. Stolen by Conley. Here's Parsons. The shot from the low post is good. Parsons got his 2nd basket of the night.
This is when I like Parsons the most, when he's not settling and attacking the basket.
Chandler against Parsons. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, we know the NBA has always valued scorers, guys that can put the ball in the basket and get paid to do it and do it well and do it a lot. Do you think, Steve, the great defenders are still undervalued in this NBA?
Yeah, I think so. I think people don't understand from my day to now, because of the new rules, no hand checking, no touching. You have guys now that's a premium to be able to guard some of these guys. The way they're scoring the basketball, you need more guys that can defend at an elite level than I think you did in the past.
Harder to play good defense or good offense?
I think harder to play good defense right now because you can't touch.
Right.
Guy coming at you, full speed, just a sleight of hand touch, it's a foul now.
So more effort, more hustle required on that end.
More team defensive minded right now, I think, as well.
And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Conley, the pass to Parsons. He dishes it to Gasol. He kicks it to Allen. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gasol. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Murray kicks to Arthur. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Nuggets missed the playoffs for the last 3 seasons, but before that they'd made the postseason, Greg, for a decade straight.
Yeah, and turnover in the front office and on the coaching staff. They've been very competitive without a true superstar player. They've got some intriguing young talent. We just have to see how it all comes together.
He misses the free throw.
The Memphis Grizzlies, as we know, the Grizzlies have been grit and grind, slowing the basketball up, pounding it inside. But you have to ask the question, Are they behind the curve the way the league is playing right now?
And he ends up missing both free throws. And the Grizzlies' high water mark was in 2013 when they won 56 games in the regular season. And then Steve made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yes, this team has age and they've had some injuries, but I still think it's time to
His team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
On the wing, Chandler. Covered by Parsons. Harris. And another miss by Denver. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. Parsons outside. Outside Conley. It's stolen by Harris. The dish now to Arthur. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Arthur's got 6 points.
His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense has to do a much better job.
Outside Conley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Chandler dishes to Murray. Jokic a screen. Murray the pass to Harris. Jokic with the screen on Allen. In the corner, Murray with it. Clock at 6. Off target from outside. Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
On the wing, Harris. Chandler kicks to Jokic. Arthur dishes to Chandler. Lets it go. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
Now here's Conley. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Green kicks to Conley. Let's go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Nuggets trailed by 18. And here is Arthur. He's got 6. Lets it go from deep. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You never want to give him an open look from outside because he will flat out burn you from there.
Conley kicks to Green. Memphis moving it around. That one falls. And that's now 18 points for Marc Gasol.
He's been on target all night, and that's helped the whole team.
It's stolen by Allen. Over in the corner, Conley. Back to Allen. Right block shot, and there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Allen. 20 points for Marc Gasol.
And the way he's been shooting the ball this quarter, he has his teammates fired up. That's why they have this lead.
Parsons against Chandler. Connects in the foul line jumper. Chandler's got 7.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Now Conley. Parsons outside. Dishes it to Allen. Feeds it to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Outside Conley. There's the 3. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
For the Nuggets, Plumlee, he's checked in for Arthur. Martin comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Nelson is subbed in for Murray. Memphis also making some changes. Zach Randolph's checked in for Gasol. Jarrell Martin comes in for JaMychal Green. And it's Ennis in for Parsons. Martin in the corner. Plumlee with the screen. Barton, wide open, he fires. That shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. And Jarrell Martin, the 25th overall pick in the 2015 draft out of LSU. He was a country kid growing up in Louisiana.
Well, he started basketball late. He ran track and field. He played football. And it wasn't until his junior year in high school that the basketball coach brought him in. A quick study, and you can see the results right now. So he still has some time to improve. Zach Randolph has a throwback type of game. Always in the post, not a lot of athleticism, but he gets it done.
Free throw good, Randolph. And Randolph not the quickest or the most explosive, but he is strong.
He's a load inside. You add his skill and his savviness, he'll just find a way to score inside. He's a lefty with great footwork, and he has a soft touch.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Carter, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. That one is no good.
You know, over the years, Zach Randolph has proven to be the perfect leader. He commands respect, and he gets it from his teammates.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 25-point game against Brooklyn. There's a screen. Here's Nelson. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Inside, got a piece of it. Barton outside. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. It's Nelson up top. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Harris. Offline with his 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Carter outside. Here's Harrison. He has 5. Inside. Plumlee with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Nelson with the ball. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Harrison. Carter outside. Trying to find Martin. He's got it now. Fades back. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. The Nuggets trailed by 14. Barton kicks to Nelson. Off target with his 3.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Here's Harrison. Outside, Randolph. With 1 on the clock, and no good trying to get that one. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Wilson Chandler out there with Arthur. Then it's Jameer Nelson. Then there's Harris. And it's Jokic in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Now here's Gasol. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Nelson outside. Here's Chandler. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus. One of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is the NBA's 1 year and out high school requirement enough, or would you like to see a change in that regard?
You know, I think it goes player by player, situation by situation, Kevin. I can speak for me. After 3 years, I was not ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you say that.
After 4 years, I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but off the court, you're really never ready to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you like the 4 years. You thought that was huge for you playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household name but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent.
They set the screen. Kicks to Gasol. 5 on the clock. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
When you're that wide open from a very makeable distance, you have to come away with points.
Nelson left side. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Arthur, no good. And you look at the Nuggets, Greg, they're a team with some young talent, some veteran talent. Where do they go from here?
I think the focus has to be on developing the young players. I mean, you like to have a blend of vets in there to help mentor the young guys. But let's be honest, this is a team that's a long way away from contending.
Nelson against Conley. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Nelson's got 6 points.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And it's Conley that time on the assist from Parsons. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
That was their 4th attempt of this half. They finally got one to go down.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Mike Conley, the point guard, keeps a very stoic disposition on the court. He said so much of the game is mental, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to be good at. Never let your opponent see that you're in duress. So if I make a big game-time bucket or if I miss a shot, you'll see the same mannerisms. I move on to the next play. Real poker face, Kevin.
I like that attitude, D.A. Thank you. Here's Gasol. Denver able to drain the three. Nelson outside. Jokic with his screen on Conley. He used that pick just right. 9 points for Jameer Nelson.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
Green, the screen. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Nelson. Conley for 3. Connects from three-point range. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Conley is so adept in pick and roll sets. The defense never knowing if he's going to pass or shoot after the screen.
Jokic a screen. They set the pick. Knocked loose. Gasol with the steal. Allen kicks to Conley for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
The Nuggets trailed by 11. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Now, here's Jokic. To the middle. It's tipped. Pass to Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, when you have injuries, they create opportunities, and JaMychal Green took advantage of this. Here's a guy that's played in the D-League and in France, but he's had pretty much, I would say, in 2016, a breakout season for him.
And Green played mostly in the paint in Alabama, but he's showing Steve he can shoot with range here in the pros.
Well, JaMychal is adding that. Very long, has a lot of athleticism, but the one thing you love about him, his face-up game is getting better and better.
And he sinks the second.
Injuries are to every team, but the Grizzlies were hit bad last season. They cycled through 28 players. That was an NBA record.
Jokic sets the screen for Nelson. And Murray now top of the key. Jokic with his screen on Allen. Jumper off the screen. And Gasol sends it back. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls from the top of the key. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Nelson. And so unfortunate, the Grizzlies last year, a walking mash unit. They still found a way, though, Steve, to make it to the playoffs, despite all the injuries.
They found a way to pull it together. They have a great blend of vets that help the young guys. They never quit, not even up to the final buzzer. That's Grizzlies basketball.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the former second-round pick, Marc Gasol, one of the most dominant centers we have in this game.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. The Nuggets trail by 12. Jokic sets the screen for Nelson. Pass to Jokic. Jokic with the screen on Parsons. Chandler, no good. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Allen passes to Conley. Green, the screen to the right side. He feeds it to Conley. Misses the 3.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Arthur off target from outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Outside Conley. Gasol a screen. Conley dishes to Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
Whether it's Gasol's post-up game or jump shot, he fills it up in a hurry. He can score from so many angles.
Jokic with the steal. Chandler kicks to Arthur. The 11-footer. And the shot is long.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
You know, offense is about rhythm. He has lacked rhythm in this entire quarter.
Chandler's shot, good.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Outside Conley. Parsons on the wing. Outside Gasol. The pass to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Gasol a screen. And it's Conley penetrating. No good off the front iron. The Nuggets trail by 11. Arthur with it. Now Green defending. And that one's good. Jokic.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Outside Martin. 14 feet away. Chalk up 2 there. Martin with it. Passes it to Murray. Plumlee in the high post. Plumlee with a screen on Carter. Chandler goes in. Plumlee with the screen. Denver passing it around. 6 to shoot. Here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Here's Harrison after the Nuggets pick up 2. Carter, the pass to Randall. hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Nuggets trailed by 9. Barton outside. Chandler outside. Another three for Denver.
They lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Ennis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Randolph kicks to Ennis. For 3. The shot, no good. Barton with some nice D. Murray dishes to Barton. To the wing right side. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. Down low. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Memphis leading by 6. The feed to Randolph. The turnaround Jay. It's good. Randolph's got 7.
Even when the defense all over him, Zach Randolph is just too powerful. He has all the answers.
There's the dish to Chandler. He kicks it to Murray. There's the triple. Another 3 for Denver.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Carter on the wing. The dive for the ball. Here's Harrison. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Memphis. Randolph's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And there's a little bit of a question as to where Jamal Murray will line up in the NBA. He's played both point guard and shooting guard in the past and has the skills to play either position comfortably.
And I think Murray has shown he can play the shooting guard proficiently. But it'll be interesting if this team sees him as a point guard long term. Didn't play that at UK, so a bit behind the curve in that sense. But with his scoring, however, you just want him on the floor no matter where he lines up.
Gary Harris is checked in for Murray. Randolph can't hit.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
Here's Harris. That 3 off the mark.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
Carter kicks to Randolph. A shot. Randolph missing again. Here's Denver now. They're on a 13-4 run. To the middle. Barton passes to Hernan Gomez. Dishes it to Barton. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ennis. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Harrison. He dishes it to Randolph. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Randolph's got 9 points.
In addition to being a bruiser down low, Zach Randolph has a nice jump shot.
Barton dishes to Harris. Carter against Chandler. To the paint. The kick out to Barton. 6-shot clock. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Randolph. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter left side. And he drops it in from the low post. And now a 9-point Memphis lead.
The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
And here's Barton. Chandler outside. No good there. And we've reached the...
All 5 guys working together to recapture that momentum.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Carter. Conley out there with Ennis. And it's Zach Randolph. And it's Green in at the power forward position. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's Vince Carter on the wing. It's good from long range. Carter's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Grizzlies. Now Nelson. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. Conley up top. Guarded by Nelson. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Randolph. 7 points for Vince Carter. Pass to Jokic. And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Harris. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Gasol comes in for Zach Randolph. And Tony Allen subbed in for Vince Carter. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Barton against Allen. Feeds to Arthur. Fires for three. Allen with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Ennis with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Conley kicks to Ennis. Outside Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Kept alive. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Gasol's got 27 points.
Marc Gasol is a workhorse down deep, just rising up and throwing it down.
Over in the corner, Arthur. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Conley kicks to Allen. Down low. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Gasol is just a big boy in the paint. There's not much you can do outside of fouling him when he has the ball in a good spot.
First one falls for him.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Conley against Nelson. And he gets it to go. Nelson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
To the middle. Allen in the post. Barton defending. And another miss by Memphis. The Nuggets trailed by 13. Arthur kicks to Nelson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Really outstanding job by the offense to get the ball right near the bucket.
Here's Conley. Kicks to Gasol. It's stolen by Arthur. To the inside. Here's Nelson. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Nelson's got 4 this quarter.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Allen outside. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Here we go. His second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Martin passes to Arthur. The feed to Nelson. Back to Arthur. Here's Jokic. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Now here's Conley. Gasol is screen on Nelson. Green dishes to Allen. Barton with some nice D.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Jokic sets the screen for Nelson. Here's the three. Arthur, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
Tony Allen can be effective taking it to the cup, using that herky-jerky motion of his to get as close to the rim as possible.
Barton outside. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. Pocket 6 to the paint, trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Takes the turnaround J. That's short off the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Conley with it. Gasol, a screen on Nelson. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Allen kicks to Conley. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Will Barton. Well, Mike Conley's steady and reliable, Steve, at that point guard position.
Well, they call him a true point guard, and the reason why, he can score, he can defend, he can distribute, and he's a leader on the team. He's a throwback from the old point guards back in the day.
And the first one at the line is good.
To me, what is most impressive about Mike Conley is his decision-making. He's a guy you can trust to handle and run your offense.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Parsons is checked in. And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Well, great to see, wasn't it, GA? Mike Conley remain with the Memphis Grizzlies, the team that drafted him, developed him, and with that ball club, with that culture there, he's developed into one of the best point guards in the league.
Yeah, and there was a lot of speculation that he was as good as gone. He said he wanted to see what other moves they'd make to improve, but he was pleased with their summer in the draft as well as free agency. And, of course, his 5-year, $153 million contract, the richest in NBA history.
Inside, takes it out to Parsons. Green, the pass to Allen. Outside Conley. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by the Nuggets. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barton dishes to Nelson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
No, he'll probably find himself on the bench watching the game like we are.
Now here is Conley. Outside Gasol. Outside Conley. And there's the pass to Green. He tries for 3, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And the Grizzlies lead by 17. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Barton kicks to Arthur to end the drought. He squares up and sinks it. Arthur's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Passes it to Green. Gasol's in the post. Arthur on him. Gasol's shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Arthur, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
That kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Marc Gasol. The Nuggets trailed by 17. And Nelson gets it to go. Nelson's got 13 points in the second half.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Picked by Randolph. Green, the pass to Conley. And it's Memphis with another.
Mike Conley's so quick with his shot. He's a threat to score as soon as he touches the ball.
For Denver, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Chandler against Parsons. Now here's Chandler, guarded closely. Parsons outside, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Grizzlies lead by 19.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Nelson dishes to Arthur. No good on the triple.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Conley kicks to Parsons. Lock at 6. Now the dish to Randolph. Jokic with the steal. And here's Nelson. On the wing, Chandler. Back to Nelson. And it's blocked by Conley. He kicks to Green. Green with a screen for Allen. Dishes to Green. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Randolph. Barton with the rebound.
Not the best shot right there, but with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guard you, just try to move the basketball on. Got a high percentage look, but the defense gave him just enough space, and he buried it.
Now Conley. And Parsons kicks to Randolph. Jokic with the steal. Nelson, the pass to Barton. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Pass to Green. Parsons outside. Green with a screen on Chandler. And Parsons kicks to Randolph. Back to Parsons. Chandler with the steal.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Memphis.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Gasol. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Conley dishes to Allen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Chandler against Parsons. Parsons comes with a double team. Chandler, the pass to Arthur. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Conley. Allen kicks to Randolph. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, their team got manhandled, taken to school on their home court.
Stolen by Randolph. Outside Conley. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly, he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with a well-deserved W. Shaq, what'd you think?
There's not many legitimate centers in the NBA anymore, but Marc Gasol is legit. You got to worry about him everywhere on the floor. He'll beat you with his D or his post game.
His whole game tonight operating on another level, Ernie. And he wasn't just allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. He earned it. That's